Welcome back now. If you're panicking that you're about to poison your Auntie Mary on Christmas Day, don't worry.
We're joined today by Dermot Moriarty from Safe Food with advice on storing, stuffing and cooking your turkey. We were just saying, Dermot, we really like you.
We love
you
having
bring
you
in all this amazing food that looks incredible and we're not allowed to eat it.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately not. No. We can talk about it, but we can't. But
Well,
the next time I
straight
promise
to
I'll bring.
Beaumont Hospital, according
What
to Simon.
an absolute beautiful spread. But anyway, let's talk turkey.
Sure.
And the perils of, first of all, the defrosting of the turkey, or frozen turkeys.
Yeah.
There's some myths around should you defrost, where do you defrost it, in or out of the fridge?
Okay, well, if you're getting a frozen turkey this year, I suppose what you've got to remember is it can take 24 hours for every 2 kilos worth of turkey. So if you've got a big turkey this year, you could take 2 or 3 days to fully defrost it.
Wow.
So that means with Christmas on a Monday this year, you might need to be defrosting it on a Friday. So give yourself plenty of time, and that's for everything this Christmas. Just give yourself plenty of time. So with a frozen turkey, the safest place really is the bottom of your fridge. I know some people will say, but I like it, put it in the garage, or I don't have room. So maybe this weekend, take a bit of time, make some room in your fridge, throw out some food that's gone past its use by date. You can store things like cold drinks and vegetables somewhere else, rearrange the shelves. So give yourself some room for that turkey, because if it's a big turkey, you're going to need space. But yeah, for a frozen one, best place is
and do a
bottom
lot
shelf.
of people buy frozen turkeys now?
Frozen is really popular for lots of people because they can buy, they know they've got their turkey.
It works for them.
Works for them.
Okay.
If you're buying fresh and if you're buying from your local butcher, a lot of butchers will actually keep your turkey for you right until the last minute. They've got proper storage facilities, so talk to your local butcher about that.
In terms of the turkey itself and how much to get.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you are getting it from your butcher, your local butcher, they'll normally say to you, well, how many are you feeding? And
exactly.
I'll give you a rough idea, but
Here's
there's a
a
little
good guide.
graphic that gives you an idea of
That's
the turkey
a really
size.
good guide, and you know, for again, all depends how many you're feeding, whether Auntie Mary is over, whether she wants seconds, whether you want leftovers. Children will eat less turkey than adults will. So again, your local butcher's a great guide for that in terms of how big your turkey is, because how big your turkey is depends on how long you need to defrost it for. Importantly, how long you need to cook it for as well. So.
All right, well then we've defrosted it properly.
Sure.
Let's try and get it in the oven. So, in terms of a very basic question, prepping it for the oven.
Prepping it. So if it's fully defrosted, and you know it's fully defrosted when there's no ice inside, when you can move the legs freely, and you've given it enough time. Prepping it, handle it as little as possible. You don't need to wash it. You know.
Yeah.
If there's any kind of dirt on it, some paper towel, just wipe it dry. Check inside. If sometimes you might find a bag of giblets inside, so just remove those. But just wipe it down.
It's all right.
Even the word giblets, I can't cope
Giblets,
with.
no, they're lovely view, and it goes when you pull it out. Yeah, anyway.
So handle it as little as possible, and then into a roasting tray like you've got there. And then it's ready for the oven. And when it comes to stuffing then, so stuffing is that other part of prepping it. What we would say is no more than 10% of the weight of the bird in stuffing. So if it's a 5 kilo turkey, no more than 500 grams.
So do we tend to overstuff it?
People try and put the term stuffing, they try and cram it in, but 500 grams in a 5 kilo turkey is a lot of stuffing.
They also say as well that when you're stuffing the bird that you shouldn't pack the bird, because if you leave a little gap when you stuff the bird, it'll allow the bird, it'll actually taste better because it'll allow the bird to steam and it cooks better. And also you can stuff from both ends, you can stuff the neck as well. You
can stuff the neck. Some people like to stuff inside as well. So I suppose
under the skin,
whether stuff in the neck or stuffing in the cavity of the turkey, what you need to do is give yourself plenty of time for it to cook, because again, for a stuffed turkey, will take longer for the heat to penetrate.
Now, how do we know it's cooked?
Well, how do you know it's cooked? Well, there's lots of great ways. So on our website, safefood.eu, we've got a really handy calculator. So you can put in the weight of your turkey, whether you stuff it or not, and it'll give you a cooking time for that.
Very good.
So that's one way to find out.
You were saying earlier on, Dermot, during the ad break, that Christmas Day is your busiest time on the website.
Everybody's Christmas Day is busy, but like at Safe Food, it is our busiest day on the website. Really? We have more visitors on Christmas Day than throughout the entire year, which is great. So the cooking calculator is one way. On our Facebook page this year, we've got a little chef bot, so you can ask him a question. He'll tell you questions about
that's brilliant.
How to cook your turkey. How you know it's fully cooked? Simple. Here's a beautiful fully cooked one here. So thickest part between the leg and the breast. So pierce that with a clean fork or a skewer. And if the juices run clear, if it's piping hot, and if there's no pink meat, you're ready to go. If you're a fancy cook like Simon here, and you have a meat thermometer, again, a meat thermometer in that thickest part, 75 degrees instantaneously, then it's cooked. But for most people,
So just show us the thickest part
So
again.
thickest part is just right in there between the leg and the breast, that thick part there.
Perfect.
Or there. And as I said, piping hot, no pink meat, juices run clear, it's good to go.
good to go.
But one thing when you're checking it is when you take it out of the oven, let it rest. Any chef will tell you, you know, your kitchen's going to be warm probably at Christmas, the weather we've had, but your oven will be hotter. So when you take it out of the oven, cover it with foil.
And then
let it rest for about half an hour. It'll continue to cook.
Yeah, we don't have the hours that Jamie Oliver
No,
has.
Jamie
but
says 3 or 4 hours, but
3 or 4 hours,
it depends
yeah.
on the size of the bird as well.
Exactly.
So we've got through Christmas Day and Auntie Mary survived.
Yeah.
But Auntie Fionnuala's coming around on Stephen's Day.
Sure.
And you want to give her a bit of turkey.
Absolutely.
Now, where are we going now with leftovers? How
Okay.
long can we give stuff? Because
Yeah.
for me now, I've people come around on Stephen's Day.
Yeah.
And I'm planning to do like a turkey pie or a korma or something. How long can we keep it? Where do we keep it after we split the bird?
There's a great temptation just to flop down on the couch and just watch TV for the rest of the evening and eat your way out of selection box or something.
Eat
But what
your
you
way
really
into
need to
hell.
do is within 2 hours of cooking that, start slicing it off. If you don't have the room for it, and for your ham as well, start taking slices off it, put them on a plate in the fridge, no more than 3 days in the fridge.
Okay.
But what you can do is if Auntie Fionnuala is going to be coming over in a few months' time as
she's
well,
very fussy.
and if she likes her turkey,
freeze it.
you could freeze it absolutely. So you can
I
you
thought you
can
were saying you could freeze her.
or her, whatever you're into.
so you could slice it 6 months at a max in the freezer.
Really?
It's more of a quality issue in the freezer than a food safety issue.
Yeah.
But again, slice it up, cling film, wrap it in the freezer or in a suitable container. But 3 days at the most in the
And
fridge.
what about the ham, Dermot?
The ham's the same. 3 days in the fridge.
Same process, same procedure.
Yeah. But once 3 days are out, you really want to be getting rid of it.
And it's the busiest day of year for you. People are.
It is. We had 30,000 visitors last year on the website just on Christmas Day.
Is it a case of people who don't cook all year round are suddenly trying to master this huge meal? Because
Absolutely.
it's quite the undertaking, isn't it?
It is, and like don't underestimate the cooking time. I mean, with your oven, you're going to have things in and out of it. You're going to have vegetables in and out. You're going to be checking it, basting it all the way through, like every hour. Baste it, and just check it as you go. But yeah, take your time. Preparation, plan out your day, and whether you're a first timer or you cook it every year like you guys do.
Are we allowed to touch your crackers? You've got
Pull a
people
cracker.
here who have. Jamie Mackers.
I won. Dermot, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Everything's
There's
on the
a set of
website.
spanners for you.
Oh, super.